Welcome everyone to Dragon Ball Z anime review. We'll be reviewing the entirety of Dragon Ball Z, starting from the Saiyan saga, then the Frieza saga, the androids, the cells, the World Tournament, and then Majin Buu. Straight through, not straight through, but in parts, similar like I did the Dragon Ball. If you have not seen the Dragon Ball review, the original Dragon Ball review, I have that up in the Dragon Ball playlist, Dragon Ball playlist, and I also combine all the episodes into one long thing for you guys to watch in general, right? I think the next time I do that, I think I'll just make a brand new one in general. I didn't like the way they came out. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But y'all ready for Dragon Ball Z? No, no, you're not. 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 You stop that. You stop that. You're not. But let's get started. Let's get started on this review. We're starting off with Dragon Ball Z, arc number one, aka the Saiyan Saga. The anime, it covers episodes from number 1 through 35. From the manga chapters, for my manga readers, 195 through 249. Yes, it means right after you get done reading the original Dragon Ball, you go straight into Dragon Ball Z. There's a he had it to where what did he do? What did he do? What did he do? He had it to where he was able to what did he do? He had it to where it went from the now on the next episode on the next part he went ahead and showcased that the Z part was happening. Kind of cool, kind of cool. So let's talk about it. This arc in general begins everything up, begins everything that you know and love about Dragon Ball Z. Like I said, if you've never seen the Dragon Ball, please watch the original. The original's good. So this is peace after the 23rd World Tournament where Goku and Piccolo match up in the finals. Piccolo Jr., by the way, match up in the finals, and Goku got the win off of a ring out. Not defeating him 1v1, not overpowering him, anything like that. Literally by ring out. That's how Goku won that fight. So you guys need to go watch that fight once again. That showcase that Goku got the win. He only won by the ring out. So it's not like he was over Piccolo or anything like that. No, 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 no. A lot of things has changed. Some things that's changed is that depends on what version that you pick up. If you watch the original Dragon Ball Z when it first came out in the 90s and stuff like that, I think you're just thrown into the show, if I'm not mistaken. And if you watch it from Dragon Ball Z Kai, Dragon Ball Z Kai give you the backstory of Frieza destroying planet Vegeta and the build up to Goku and them like that. So, like I said, it depends on where you read. I mean, it depends on where you at. I'm not too for sure where. Depends on where you guys watch. I watch both the original and I watch the Kai version. If you do not know, Dragon Ball Kai is the canon version of Dragon Ball Z. If y'all didn't know that, now you know. It's literally removing all the manga stuff. All the manga stuff has been removed. That's all. I mean, all the filler stuff. My fault. All the filler stuff is just removed in the Kai version. But I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to see my pretty face throughout this entire thing. So, but let's continue. So in this first arc here, we got we're just seeing the beautiful suns, just beautiful little um area of the grass and stuff, just chillaxing, nothing bad going on and stuff. And then next thing you know it, a random ball of energy just dropped, not ball of energy, just random spacecraft just dropped out the face of the earth. It just came out in left field, it dropped, and the man who comes out, which AKA end up being Raditz. Raditz will come out, he will stop a bullet from the for the farmer, and then he showcased that he was a threat already. Immediately, he locks in his scouter. His scouter, in the first time we ever heard of a power level, happens to be power level of a 5 for a regular human being with a shotgun. Even though kind of fat out of weight, I don't know how you want to go around that. I'm pretty sure a regular peak human would be like a 15 or a 20, give or take. I'm not too for sure. But after killing the farmer with the shotgun, Raditz would go on and he will lock on the a power level closest to him. Travels and he finds Piccolo. Piccolo is chilling. Piccolo senses Raditz coming through, and and I do immediately he had fear in that man. He was fear in his heart. He's never felt something so powerful in his mind. He's never seen this before, and when Radish pulls up on him, Radish's like, "You're not Goku. Wait a second. You're not Kakarot. Who are you?" And Piccolo try to be the tough guy, and Radish's like, "I'm not really here for you. I'm just here to look for my. Pretty much, I'm looking for Kakarot, looking for somebody else." Piccolo decided to attack Radish. Radish no sells his attack. Of course, this is crazy because he literally just fought Goku, the the two strongest characters in the show at this point in time, and he lost. You know what I'm saying? Him, you know what I'm saying? So seeing somebody tank one of his attacks, you know what I'm saying? Raz was getting ready to kill, was about to get ready to attack him with a double Sunday, but he locks on the power level of who? The man, the myth, the legend himself, Goku himself. Raj will land right here. He's about to get ready to land. He's about to get ready to land here. Raditz will end up landing here in front of everybody here. He will reveal the backstory of Goku being a Saiyan. Not only is he being a Saiyan, but the fact that he comes from a whole different planet, that he is an alien himself, and he comes from a elite. He comes from a place of elite warriors in the world, the one in the universe. The Saiyans are. When that happens, still doesn't believe him or whatever. And not only that, but Rash has been asking him questions. What happened to your tail? Why is this planet still around? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Goku, don't know what you're talking about, fam. What's going on here? This will lead to pretty much Radish one shot in Goku, kidnapping Gohan and telling him that the only way I will return your son back to you is you lay out 100 human dead bodies on the beach, and then I know that you are a part of our team. Good to go. Raditz would take Gohan, lock him up in the spaceship, and wait for Goku. Piccolo pops up, saying him and Goku together would go and attack and defeat Raditz to get his son back. Let's go ahead. Let's do this. Of course, when that happens, if I can get to that point over here. For that to happen, Goku and Piccolo dropping some of their weight to power up their power level a tad bit, but not nothing to make Raditz nervous, as you can tell. 2-on-1 happens right here. These two are going at Raditz, and Raditz is just no selling any of their abilities. They're not doing anything at all. And it's kind of ridiculous. Is this how you showcase that we've taken a new scale when kind of Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball takes to a brand new scale here. The fact that this guy's 2v1 and the two strongest people on the planet right now, and that doesn't matter to them. Eventually, it end up happening at the very end is Raditz, Goku capturing Raditch's tail, Piccolo charging up a death. No, it's not. What's the name of the attack? What is the name of the attack? Special beam cannon pierces through both Raditz armor and Goku, killing Raditz and getting the W. Basically, not only that, but he gets the 2-for-1. He actually gets to kill Goku. You know what I'm saying? That's something that he was planning on doing, but Goku sacrificed himself. He dies because we haven't collected none of the Dragon Balls. Goku collected a little bit. I think he collected about three of them. I want to say it's either two or three of them. 4-star, of course, and that's pretty much it. So we don't have the Dragon Balls right now, and Goku's dead. So we need to do something about this. Um, Found out Radish was telling them that he had two more partners coming to Earth that are just more powerful than him, which is ridiculous to say considering how much they struggle against Radish in general, especially with Piccolo losing an arm. But Piccolo did wait to after the fight to get his arm, grow back his arm, of course. And this will lead to a training arc. Yep, a big old training arc for everybody here to prepare for the Saiyans, prepare for the Saiyans in general. Let's go back a little bit. I screwed up. Da-da-da-da. There we go. We can just route right there. That'd be cool. I guess that'd be all right. I did skip the moment where Gohan did kind of screwed up Radish's armored or whatever. But yeah, I guess I ain't gonna be able to hit that perfectly. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's the original version right here. Yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter. But anyway, this was lead to a big old training arc. They have a full year of training. So I know, like I said, if you watched the original Dragon Ball Z part, the original Dragon Ball Z part, we got to see Tien and Yamcha and them go up to Kami's tower, lookout tower, and they train in that non-canon. Yeah, I didn't know if y'all didn't know y'all know that, but that's non-canon. That didn't happen at all. They have their own training stuff off screen. The only person that we actually focus on is Gohan throughout his training process of how Piccolo was training him, basically making him survive. Basically, that's pretty much all that was watching him survive the entire battle, everything happening there, making him survive. Which Piccolo also that right there also created a Piccolo soft spot for him. You know what I'm saying? He created a real soft spot, and with that creating that soft spot, we can see a little bit of seeds of Piccolo eventually becoming a good guy. But that'd be later on. In the training arc in general, outside of Gohan training, and Piccolo does his own off screen training. Also, we had in the Z fighters doing their own off train. Goku arrives on King Goku in the afterworld, in the afterworld, he goes to King Kai to train. In King Kai training, Goku will learn two new techniques. One of it's called the Kaioken, and the other one is called the Spirit Bomb. Now, ironically, the very first version of the Spirit Bomb was actually just in his hand. You know what I'm saying? It was just a small little thing in his hand that he just, and that was the Spirit Bomb. That was the Spirit Bomb. It was just in his hand, and of course, we know about the Kaioken technique. That's pretty much it. And I guess technically, I guess the Z Fighters did go up there on the lookout, but they didn't go in the. I guess it was implied that they went inside. I mean, did the big old training thing. I'm gonna guess it was just implied that's what happened. But in reality, that part never happened at all. I'm not gonna lie. But um, of course, it is now time for, as you can tell right here, they got baseball going on. That's what Yamcha started to do with his thing. He's no longer the same fighter, but he comes back to fight for this. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, we'll fast forward it up here around this part of time, right about there, to where we're getting ready for. Yeah. There we go. Let's do that. Let's do that. Now we here for a year has passed by from all the training for everybody. So a good full year training. Good full year training. Gohan goes from a non-fighter to a okay fighter. You want to say okay fighter, decent fighter? I don't know how you want to rank Kid Gohan. Kid Gohan wasn't too crazy in the very beginning, but he gets a full training arc. So now he learned how to fight, which is always good. This is the process and the next step. Vegeta and Nappa finally came up and showed up. They are like, it's kind of weak here. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go look for the Dragon Balls though. First thing we see is like Nappa one shot in the whole city because he can. GG. That showcase they're a threat. That should showcase that they're a threat like that. The non-canon version had a non-canon version showed Vegeta destroying a planet. Didn't really happen on camera and canon. It's not canon for it, so that's off canon. That's what I said, off canon or whatever right there. You can tell right here in this video right here, Piccolo's telling him to listen with his ears, and that's how you can be able to follow where they're at, and that's how you can see them fighting. Like I said, that's not like I said, it's a full year training. It's for the young Gohan. Whining Gohan, the young Gohan. It's an annoying version of him, you know. Us Gohan fans, we gotta suffer, you know what I'm saying? We gotta suffer. The Cyberman. Nappa planted the seeds for the Cyberman. The Cyberman pops up, and they're gonna run fades. That was the whole thing, was running fades. Yeah. It's kind of funny. Quite honestly, it's kind of funny, but they run fades. Yamcha runs the first fade with the first Cyberman. Yamcha actually won that fade. He actually won the fade. He actually won it. Sorry. But The Cyberman decided to blow himself up. Ironically, that made Nappa very upset. Well, actually, no, not take that back. That's 10. I see the green. No, no, that's not true. Yeah. Anyway, Nappa was actually pissed that the Cyberman blew himself. He said, "We're not doing that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, we're not here to blow them up. We're here to have some fun. Why would you blow yourself up?" So he was actually upset that the Cyberman did that. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's not part of the rules. The rules is we fighting. What are we doing? That's funny. That's I don't know about y'all, but that's funny to me. That's just hilarious to me. Um, so Yamcha gets killed first, and then that makes Krillin upset enough to destroy not only the rest of the Cybermen, but also target both Vegeta and Nappa with his attack. And of course, they didn't do nothing to Vegeta and Nappa. They just like, okay, that was nice. That was nice. That was real nice. And then now it was time for Nappa to jump into the fight. Nappa, the redunculous, and I do mean redunculous powerhouse that is Nappa, going against everybody. Showcase right there. Him and Tien went at it. He breaks Tien's, literally breaks off the man's arm like that. That is ridiculous, people. That is ridiculous. That was how powerful Nappa was, and that's like we never get to see that again. It's always the early series we see stuff that we never get to see again. It happens. It definitely happens. Anyway, Nappa pretty much one versus all. That's what he did. One versus all is what he ended up doing. Um, up until it was heard that Goku was revived back, and it was time for him to go back to Earth. So when he arrived back into like the atmosphere of Earth, where Vegeta and Nappa can sense him, that's when Vegeta said, "Kill all of them." Cause no, because they had a wait time. They was gonna wait for Goku to get there, and then they waited long enough, and then when they felt Goku's energy on the planet headed their way, Vegeta said, "Screw all that, kill them all. We'll just watch the dead bodies. We'll just have him be angry at us. That makes it even more fun." So, so you had Chaozu using his explosion to try to take out Nappa. Didn't work. Nappa ended up taking out. So Yamcha's already dead. Chaozu's dead. Tien goes next. Piccolo's up next because he dodged. I mean, he blocked an attack from Nappa that was going to kill Gohan. Showcasing once again, Piccolo has gone soft a little bit, and he's soft because why would he do that? He does that, and then Krillin is pretty much beaten to a non-movable body part. He was pretty much non-movable. Gohan, same thing there too. Nappa was just a monster. Nappa was just a monster, just showcasing what you gonna do about it. What you gonna do about it? And then right before Nappa was getting for the killing blow on Gohan, that's when Goku appeared, saved both of them, gave them a Sensu beam, and then we get a Nappa versus Goku. Really short fight, real quick fight, real disrespectful fight. Man, sitting on the man's head. See, Goku really, really. There's that. Real quick, back to forth. Um, Goku showcasing how strong he was, showing that he was part of the. Now he's running from a low class to an elite or mid elite level Saiyan after the 1 year after the training he's done. After the training he's done, and then we move over to pretty much the final battle and the final small thing here, and that is Goku versus Vegeta. Before we got to that, after Goku had beaten Nappa so badly, and Vegeta was like, "That's all you got." Vegeta went ahead and GG Nappa up out of there. Got he had him up out of there, and then once that happened, after that happened, we went ahead and got them. Goku said, "Let's move on to a spot where there's no animals or no people involved can be hurt in this area." And they went somewhere else to fight, which they right pretty much fight in what we all call as the Rocky Mountains or whatever you want to call it that way. Um, between the two, between Goku and Vegeta, and what would be their first of many clashes. First of many clashes that was definitely entertaining to watch, in my personal opinion. I don't know about you guys. That was definitely a fight to remember. Let's go back a tad bit. Get a little bit of this, a little bit for y'all, a little bit for y'all. But starting off, Vegeta just outclassed Goku in the beginning. Vegeta was outclassing Goku in the very beginning of the fight, but Goku couldn't really keep up with Vegeta like that. Vegeta was too fast when he started using some of his real strength. Vegeta was too fast and he was hitting too hard for Goku to keep up. That's when Goku went ahead and unveiled the Kaioken technique, passing his body part past his limit, just to match Vegeta for strength and then outclass him that way. Vegeta gets irritated. He gets very irritated real quick. Decided that he was going to use the Gallic gun. He was going to he power boost the Gallic gun to its maximal limit to where he said in his voice. So this is where for us debaters and stuff that we got to take stuff with what they said. Vegeta said out of his own voice that if Goku dodged this, he will Vegeta will blow up the planet. Earth will be gone. It'll be history. So Goku matches Gallic gun with the Kame Kameha with the Kaioken boost and send Vegeta out into pretty much what the outskirts of the earth. I don't know, the surface of the earth. I don't know how you want to discuss that, but he sends him far away. Vegeta gets angry, can't believe he got hit with that. And then Vegeta was like, you know what? I'll just beat him. I hate to use this, but I do it anyway. He was looking for the moon. The moon's been destroyed. Forgot to say that earlier. Piccolo destroyed the moon doing Gohan's training arc because Gohan transferred to a grade 8. He said, we ain't doing that no more. That's probably their secret power. Vegeta comes back down, creates an artificial moon, expands it, transforms to the grade 8. And pretty much that was in for Goku. Goku could no longer deal with Vegeta at that point of time on that mug. So so, ooh, let me sit up a little bit. Let me lean it. Let me get up a little bit. But Goku does that. You know, Vegeta does that, crushes Goku's body, pretty much almost got him killed. But using the version of the Spirit Bomb that we all know, using the new version of the Spirit Bomb, where he has to somebody has to use it, right? Goku couldn't use it that couldn't really use it as much, which then Krillin tries to take out Vegeta with the Spirit Bomb, which happens. Hits Vegeta with it. Oh, excuse me. Then Gohan looks up, sees the moon after Vegeta then pretty much beat down both Krillin and Gohan doing this thing. And Gohan turns to a grade 8. Gohan's tail gets cut off because Vegeta also got his tail cut off by what's his name, Yajirobe. Yajirobe was there watching from a distance. He cut off Vegeta's tail. Vegeta ended up kicking him, and then Vegeta ended up cutting off Gohan's tail. That's what it was, Gohan's tail. And then even in almost defeat and being barely bleeding, he was getting ready to escape. Krillin pulls up with the sword, getting ready to stab and kill him. Vegeta, Goku stopped Krillin from killing Vegeta. Vegeta escapes. That's it. Goku's hospitalized. Everybody's hospitalized. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's dangerous. Everybody's all this stuff, and that's how we end off that one. We also end up with that one knowing the fact that that um that we end up out of that. We end up going to Namek because before killing Piccolo, Vegeta was like, we'll just go visit the Piccolo's home planet, and we'll just use their Dragon Balls to become immortal and stuff like that. Don't forget, on their headset, that's also getting transmitted to who? The Emperor Frieza. So Frieza's probably pretty much probably on his way there. About time all that was said, and they're like, "Oh, are we going where?" Okay, bet. So, what does this entire Saiyan saga sets up the entire foundation that is Dragon Ball Z? introduced power levels, introduced brand new villains and stuff that Goku has never seen before, introduced his bloodline, which is the Saiyan race, and why he's so strong in the first place. That makes a lot of sense compared to everything that happened in OG Dragon Ball, to where he kept bouncing back and bouncing back. And then we also was able to see his brother in action. We got to see what the elite of the Saiyan race looks like between what the elites look like compared to the lower class. A fantastic. Okay, right here, this is the classic right here. This right here, this the clash of the Gallic gun and the Kamehameha. Yeah, definitely love it. If you don't love it, if you don't like that, you don't like Dragon Ball. I'm just gonna say it like that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If y'all don't like that, y'all don't like Dragon Ball. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that art. Mm, mm. Send that man back to Africa with that motherfucker attack, man. Goodness. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Overpowered. Mm, mm. It didn't kill him. It wanted to it just send him out into space, and then Vegeta eventually moved out of the attack. Crazy work. Yep. Right there. Crazy work. But the impact of everything is not only us for fans, us growing up, teenagers and stuff. Fantastic, man. We got to see some crazy power boosters and fights and stuff like that. A lot of things has changed and stuff. So now Goku knows who he's supposed to be, his backstory and stuff. Everybody died pretty much besides Krillin, Goku, and Gohan. And at this point in time, there with the Piccolo dying, we don't have any Dragon Balls once again because Kami's also dead, so we don't have any Dragon Balls at all. And then we are shifting towards Planet Namek in the next arc because we're like, well, we just do what they said. We can just go to Piccolo's home planet and we can just go there and get the Dragon Balls and try to wish everybody back. Cool. That's us the next adventure right there. Um, Man, yeah, we go from city levels, arguably we go to city levels to freaking planetary levels so quickly. We just jump so quickly. Vegeta's a great antagonist, definitely the perfect rival for Goku, in my personal opinion. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree. I don't really care, but he is the perfect opponent for that. Piccolo also still has that rival instincts in him, still right there, in my personal opinion. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion. So it's like two evils still out there, whatever. Vegeta's still out there somewhere in the universe. And that's the main thing. Goku wanted to get strong enough to handle him on his own without needing any backup, which is definitely. But next arc is the Namek arc. Namek arc is major. It is huge. It is ridiculous. And I forgot how big that is. This right here, this art, this review just did. That was a long time. This Namek arc is probably longer. This is crazy. But yeah, that's Dragon Ball Z. That is the Saiyan Saga. You guys let me know down in the comment section. Is that your favorite arc? Is this there's a different favorite arc? You let me know down in the comment section. Hit the like, hit the comments, and subscribe for more of your random updates, random stuff, random videos, especially Dragon Ball related. Um, I think what I'm thinking is after I do the entire Dragon Ball Z, we'll jump into the Dragon Ball Z movies and start talking about those a little bit. I mean, we'll do all the Dragon Ball Z movies and stuff, and then we'll go over to GT or Super or whatever one I feel like, whatever one. Y'all let me know now. I'll catch you on the next one.